all, he was, yes, trying to tighten up his life jacket in hopes that it would help lift him above the water. Then, suddenly, the women's team pulled up in their raft like superheroes descending upon a city under attack. That's when Juliet reached out a hand to a man she had only met a short time earlier, essentially saying, "Come with me if you want to live." As meet cute stories go, we think it's a pretty good one, and it should be noted that the women's team went on to take second place and totally save the men's team's asses. But that's not why we just told it to you. What we learned that day, in no uncertain terms, is that you can't forego the basics. No matter how many times you've gotten away with it, if you're not properly prepared, you may find yourself metaphorically, and perhaps even literally, up a Class 5 creek without a paddle.
Built to Move is our life jacket, handed to you with instructions on how to prepare your body for whatever comes its way, be it aging, injury, or just the physical aches and pains that can come from living in this chair-bound, technology-loving, caffeine-fueled world of ours. With this book as your guide, you'll stop throwing out your back when you make the bed. You'll no longer find yourself uncomfortably bent over when you get up from a chair after a long session at your desk. Your shoulders will relax. You'll lose weight and become less susceptible to related diseases like diabetes. Your spine will become more stable, your energy renewed, your mind clear. If you're an athlete or a devoted exerciser, you'll be faster, stronger, and less prone to wrecking a shoulder or a hamstring. Knee aches will fade. What you'll essentially be doing is building yourself one hell of a durable body, and you'll be doing it in some very unexpected ways.
To see what we mean, take off your shoes. That's right. Shoes off. Now follow these instructions. In an area free of debris, stand with one foot crossed in front of the other. Without holding on to anything, unless you feel very unsteady, bend your knees and lower yourself to the floor until you're sitting in a cross-legged position. Now from the same cross-legged position, lean forward with your hands outstretched in front of you for balance and rise off the floor. If possible, without placing your hands or knees on the floor or using anything else for support. You have now just taken what's called the sit and rise test. So how'd you do? Don't worry if you didn't ace it. There's no public service message on TV telling you that you need to practice getting up and down off the floor. Doctors never mention it. Fitness trainers have other fish to fry. But being able to sit and rise without support is a singular way to tell if you've got a body that's dynamic and able to move in ways that will make you feel alive, and even help you stay alive longer. Same goes for hitting all the other usually overlooked benchmarks you'll encounter in this book.
The reason we hit you with the sit and rise test so soon, we'll revisit it in full later, is because we wanted to get you thinking about what being able to get up and down off the floor represents. Mobility. Mobility is kind of a wonky term that refers to something quite beautiful, the harmonious convergence of all the elements that allow you to move freely and effortlessly through space and life. Everything is in sync. Your joints, muscles, tendons, ligaments, fascia, nerves, brain, and the vasculature that runs through the body. The program in this book and our life's work addresses this whole network of movement components. Harnessing its power will help you achieve agility, ease, and quickness of step while vanquishing restriction, rigidity, and pain. And contrary to what you might expect, achieving good mobility doesn't call for exercise. No cardio, no strength training. Instead, it's a series of simple activities that enhance your capacity for free and easy movement, and in doing so also improve all the systems in your body, digestive, circulatory, immune, lymphatic, that are impacted by putting yourself in motion. You use your body's infrastructure so you don't lose your body's infrastructure. Mobility also primes the body for exercise if that's what you want to do, but more important, it primes the body for life.
The premise of Built to Move is simple. 10 tests plus 10 physical practices equals 10 ways to make your body work better. It introduces elements of well-being that most people have never heard of before, weaving them into a plan that everyone can accomplish in one form or another. Like the sit and rise activity you just did, the tests are markers of what we call vital signs, indicators of how well you move, how much you move, or how well some of your other lifestyle activities support movement. You're about to find out things like whether you can raise your arms overhead without restriction, if you can balance on one leg, how high or low your daily micronutrient intake is, and how many hours of sleep you're getting per night. These things aren't traditionally known as vital signs, but we'd argue that it's